Hello all YouTubers, I'm the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning back into this weather presentation for May 19th, 2020. Before we get on with today's video, however, I would ask that you please do subscribe if you're not already. It really does help me grow my channel. We are on our way to 500 subscribers, so I'd love it if you guys help me get there. And this applies to every single one of you. Please watch the whole video. You'll be really surprised how well this one feature of doing my YouTube videos, it really does help me grow my channel. So, and also please consider liking and sharing my videos with your friends. So without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Alright, so for today we're going to be talking about a potential heat wave for the Midwest and down through the Southeast. Possibly the East Coast, we're going to have to see. But we're going to be talking about mainly the Midwest, alright, straight down through the Tennessee, Mississippi Valley, down into the Southeast. More like this region, where we could see a potential heat wave here. Alright, so some we're going to have to keep our eyes on. 6 to 10 day temperature outlooks here. Looks like we have a 70% plus chance in the upper Midwest, as well as the West Coast. Although we'll be focusing more on the East today, possibly the West Coast could possibly be another video. But the Midwest here down through the Tennessee Valley, then at least a 50% chance of above average temperatures from the period of May 25th to May 29th. When we look at May 27th through June 2nd, again it's more like the West Coast and the Northeast have the highest chances of above average temperatures, but still, all right, right in this region right here, Midwest through the Tennessee Valley down through the Southeast. We still have those above average temperatures. Quick thing to say real quick, if you have not already, please consider checking out my 6th 2020 hurricane forecast discussion, and also actually stay tuned for the next one, the 7th hurricane outlook. As we head towards the end of May, obviously we'll be turning off the forecast mode, and then we'll start doing more discussion videos, but we'll be doing more hurricane forecasts through potentially mid-June. We'll have to see how all the forecasts and everything plays out. But back to the video here. Week 3-4. This is May 30th through June 12th. I mean, Mid-Atlantic, Southeast, Gulf Coast, Texas, up to the Southwest, Northwest, and all the way up into Alaska. Kind of have like this trough here as digging down to the middle of the country. So that the southern, it's kind of like a U almost. So the southern parts of the country, southeast parts, and the southwest parts are sort of above average, but that's a little bit farther out. Let's get to the modeling now. Let's look at those I was going to say sea surface temperature anomalies from the hurricane video, but anyway, the surface temperature anomalies, again, a little bit on the cool side for now. However, that will probably change. Take a look at this. All right, we're talking about 5 to 10, I mean, especially down towards the southeast coast here. We're talking about 10 to 15 degrees above average. We'll also be looking at the actual temperatures, the surface temperatures, but even parts of the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, we're talking about 10 plus degrees above average, and it's late May. All right, you don't need temperatures to be too far above average, especially in the southeast, to have a potential heat wave of 90 degrees plus. Southern plains as well, definitely above average temperatures. All right, so let's take a look at the actual temperatures so you guys can see, do we hit 90 degrees? Well, Texas, yes. It's kind of a norm for them at this point. So there's your Texas 90-degree heat here in Texas. And as we head through time, all right, here we go. Here's the heat starting to rise up, and Florida could potentially hit 100 degrees. All right, and that is very, very, very hot. And I'll be showing the dew points as well. Could it potentially be very humid? All right, these are the reasons you guys should definitely stick around for the whole video. But near 90 degrees here, from Texas all the way through potentially South Carolina. So very interesting times, especially since North Carolina just had Tropical Storm Arthur. I think 104 for the east coast of Florida here. And even out through much of the southeast here, all right, it's still 90 to 95 degrees. And even the Great Lakes is above 80 degrees. Right? I mean, it's not exactly a heat wave, but that is very hot even for that region. And again, these are the actual temperatures. All right, keep in mind these are not the heat indices or anything like that. I actually will be showing that as well. All right, but again, 100 degrees potentially in Florida, and even outside of that, Texas to the Carolinas potentially 90 degrees plus, and eventually, as we head in the next few days, that 85-degree heat could potentially trickle up towards the Great Lakes. But that we're gonna have to wait and see it on that one. Let's take a look at the heat index here. Kind of like what are those temperatures gonna feel like out there? All right, because we know the actual temperature could be 100, but what's the temperature gonna feel like? Well, when you look at this, all right, we got heat index values of over 105. All right, there for the eastern coast of Florida. And I don't think this is even the hottest time yet. All right, we're still going to go out into the future for this one. Let's actually go back a little bit. Here we go, 78 hours out, 100 degrees, even for the east coast of Florida there. So very serious heat. And look at this. Heat index values start to get near 90 for parts of the upper Midwest, potentially getting close to 90 degrees. And this is about 150 hours out by this point. All right, next model, or actually, we should be looking at the dew points first. That's right. All right, that's a spoiler alert. Sorry about that. And the GFS model here. Now, lucky for the upper Midwest, when we do start to get warm, looks like the dew points won't be high for now. Most of the hot and muggy air will be to the southeast and south central, where you guys are going to struggle with this the most, because if it's going to be 100 degrees, I would certainly rather be hot and dry than hot and humid. And I think that was the weather poll question. I'm not sure if it was, but there it is anyway, so you guys can answer again, or if you haven't already. Weather poll question: do you prefer a hot and dry combination, or a hot and muggy combination? I say hot and dry, but you guys have your own opinion, right? All right. And as we head to 90 hours out, here comes your 60-degree plus dew points indicated by the teal through the Tennessee Valley, the Mississippi Valley, the Southeast, even the Mid-Atlantic, the South Central, just basically the whole Southeast quarter of the state. So like 25%, the southeast of the country there, a fourth of the United States right there in those 60-degree plus dew points. All right, and even 70s. Look at this here. 5 days out, we could potentially be, all right, 75-degree dew points. Now, even if you're on a day where it's like, okay, it's 80 degrees, it's not bad. Okay, it's May, it happens. But if your dew point is 75, 76, that is just completely oppressive. All right, your temperature, especially if the sun's out, it could be feeling like 100 degrees, even if it's 80. But if you have a really high dew point, that moisture content really does matter. Now we're on to the next model, the Canadian model. All right, and as we head through time of 4 days out, here you are up to 15 degrees above average for the upper Midwest and even the Southeast as well. All right, so definitely something. You got to stay hydrated. All right, you have to stay hydrated. Want to keep your cool, stay inside. Pandemic situation, it's kind of not really an issue for most people. All right, even as we head through 5 days out, even some of that heat could potentially start to make its way to the northeast, 15 degrees above average, but it's still hanging on in parts of the south central, southeast, 14 degrees above average. All right, now let's look at the Canadian model's actual temperatures. I don't think they go quite as extreme, more like 92 degrees for Florida, but it's still considered a heat wave, especially if it's 3 days in a row. All right, 5 days out, again, 90s for much of the south central, even the southeast here, again, just above 90 degrees for Florida. But again, with those heat index values, they can get well into the triple digits possibly. Let's take a look at that real quick. All right, let's go right here, exactly 5 days out. It's just, sometimes you just got to give this. Especially, I'd actually forgotten to put the heat index value map on there, so I just remembered to pull it up. But here it is. All right, 100 degrees for the Texas and Mexico border, but 80-degree feels like temperatures all the way up into Canada, and even up here into Canada as well. But it's a little tunnel right here of heat that's just escaping out into Canada. So that is really interesting because you got the flow from the Atlantic, you got the Gulf of Mexico moisture funneled up. All right, all the way up into Canada because of that very strong ridge of high pressure. All right, now, gotta put on mouse mode here so I can move around. So here's still the Canadian model, All right, and we got the dew point values this time. And again, take a look at this. These 60-degree dew points are funneled all the way up into Canada. All right, and even 70. Wait, hopefully I'm seeing that wrong. Let me see. Look at this, 80-degree dew points just off the coast of Mexico. That is absolutely bonkers. All right, that is absolutely bonkers. All right, and even we're talking about, 75-degree dew points potentially for parts of the southeast, which is very, very muggy and oppressive. All right, this is the European model now, and we're going to be taking a look at the kind of like the same order, kind of like the temperature anomalies. Cool for the next couple days, but that's going to start to change here. 108 hours out here, just under 5 days, and here is pretty much the eastern half of the country, anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees above average. Nothing too major for now, but watch this. The heat really starts to build in here, especially for the upper Midwest, where we have, like, it's more above average. So we're talking about up to 18 degrees above average surface temperature anomalies here. And that eventually starts to phase into the southeast, but in the Tennessee Valley. But the European model, just about 10 degrees above average, maybe 15, 18 at the worst. But they don't really put as much heat in the southeast. So let's take a look at the actual temperatures with the European model. I mean, they still make it pretty hot. All right, Texas, don't get me wrong, 90 to 97. We're talking about 94 for East Florida. Kind of similar to European, or the Canadian model, excuse me. Kind of similar to that model, but I mean, still, we still do have, 90, 95 degree temperatures. And finally, let's look at the dew points here. And just absolutely just bone rattling. And I don't mean cold either. I mean like bone rattling humidity, if that even makes sense. All right, but it's possible. All right, 75-degree dew points. That is very, very muggy and just downright extreme, especially getting all the way north through Chicago and Green Bay. All right, 70-degree dew points. And then eventually the dew points are going to continue to spread and potentially suppress as we have over the next 16 days, but that's way too far out to tell. The dew points, 70-degree plus oppressive dew points, will be sticking around for quite some time. Thank you for watching today's video. I'm the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time. See you guys in the next video.